Hello, welcome everybody. Good morning. Hoping everybody's feeling fabulous and feeling energetic. So I come in with my evil laugh. So, my pretties, welcome. My name is Mary Jane Tracy. I am a psychic medium coming to you today with the shenanigans of the planets and what they are up to in the cosmos and what are the energies and what's the 411 on up there. And what's coming forth for this, well, for today and for this week. So you're at work. God bless you. There's a lot. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, that's the end. That's the end. That's the end of the scope. There's a lot. I'm leaving now. Oh my goodness, we have that for today and tomorrow. I mean, the moon is in Scorpio and it's squaring Leo. So we got this square. Remember what a square is, right? So we have Leo. Whoa, look at me. And we have Scorpio. Whoa, look at me, man. Whoa, pretty cool. Both are fixed. They're both very opinionated signs. They're both signs that want to be heard. They're both signs that don't like to be told what to do and will be doing what they want to do no matter what other people say they shouldn't be doing. Leo has the sun and it's home. So it's really, does have a lot of opinions that are going in there. The other sign that's coming in with this, and it's directly across from Scorpio, is Taurus. So we have the moon and we have Taurus and Uranus is in there. So they are directly across. So we have up here, we have the sun squaring the moon, and then it goes across to Uranus. So that is a T square, a big T square in the heavens today. Now with that T square, we got to think, we got three major signs that are fixed. There are three signs. One, you can't move a bull. A bull's going to do what a bull's going to do. Like if it doesn't want to come out of that pen, it's not going to come out of the pen. Leo wants to shine, wants to do it their way. They want to be seen, and here I am. Scorpio, they want the truth of it all. They don't want to be fucked around. They don't want to be told that they can't do something. They want to know why. They want to get to the bottom of things. Now, with this, what is allowing for this energy to disperse is Aquarius. So Aquarius is wanting this energy to disperse, wanting it to say, come on, let's start questioning things. Let's take a step out. And its ruler is Uranus, and he's in Taurus. So there's some radical energy that is very intense today, especially to do with relationships and how we are relating to relationships. The card that flew out walked into a bar. Yeah, a bull and a lion and a Scorpio walked into a bar. Who walked out? That's the question. And how many shots of tequila did they all have? That would be quite a brawl. They probably all walked out together. It's everybody else that couldn't walk out. This energy of intensity. Now, we have Neptune is sextiling over to Jupiter. So it's making this angle of wanting to bring in elusiveness, wanting to bring in information and expand that information. Now, Neptune is home. Now, if you're noticing, Neptune is at home. The sun is at home. Jupiter is not at home. He's in his dad's house. He doesn't like to be in his dad's house. But Neptune is saying, come, let's follow our intuition. Come, let me pull you over here. Let me allow you to take this energy that's being dispersed and look at it in some new way. Look at it and find out more information. Don't just react, because this week is going to be a week, and you thought, there were thoughts out there that said, how much more crazy can shit get? Well, welcome to this week. It is a mind blower. And that's where we're going to have some discernment with the information that comes in order for us to create what it is that we so desire to create. And that's why I posted today, about where you live. It's wherever you are. If you are, if thriving, it doesn't matter. This energy is showing you that it doesn't matter what city, what place, what province, where you live. It's where you are allowing yourself to thrive, where you are allowing yourself to vibrate. If you are not allowing yourself to thrive, if you are denying yourself your own truth of who it is, of you being your true authentic self, oh my goodness. Yeah. Get a cup of tea and a cookie. I sit and watch from the corner of my room. Yes, I'm already losing my mind this week, and it's only Monday. Says the Leo and the Capricorn. Capricorn in the corner. This is good. Okay. Just shine the light on me. I'm just doing my thing and looking pretty. And the Capricorn's like, what is going on? Because this is not what I wanted. This is not this. Let's put this back in order. Straighten those chairs. Get things done. This energy is really, I'm going to just pull up some of my notes here that I got. So this is about a round of intense cosmic weather. But we're able to take the pressure off if we're willing to take a stand for an important cause. If you're taking a stand for what you feel is important in your life, this is where you're going to find triggering. So things are going to trigger you. So you got to look at those triggering extreme reactions to the events and to relationships. So what is triggering you? So somebody might say something. And I was watching, oh my God, I can see him. Oh my goodness, I can't remember his name, but he's a comedian. Fabulous. He's a good comedian. And anyways, he disappeared. He walked away from a $50 million deal. But when he was doing some stand-up comedian, he was talking about something. He mentioned something. And instead of when this white woman said something to him, he was like, whoa, no, bring her back. And he ended up on his whole set on educating people, educating them on what the things that these are the things that Black people go through. So he went through a whole education of that and of getting them to understand it. And this brought in awareness, and she thanked him afterwards in being in a way that, yeah, that triggered me before, but now I understand why that trigger was, because there was something in me. Dave Chappelle. Thank you. I love him. Dave Chappelle. My brain just went, whoop! I could see his face. I couldn't figure out his name, but it was an education. This energy is coming in and it's going to trigger people. And you got to think of why, because whatever is triggering you is a reflection. And this energy is coming in as a reflection of what it is. Scorpio is a reflection. Leo is a reflection. Taurus is a reflection. And it comes out through Aquarius. Aquarius is the uniqueness that wants still you to be your uniqueness within who you are, in accepting others in their uniqueness of who they are. And coming through this all, Venus is starting to pick up speed. Goddess of love, coming to come out of a cycle, an 8-year, 16-year, even longer cycle from this Gemini. Because she retrogrades in Gemini about every 8 years. I think it's 8 years. And there she is. So there's something there that we need to learn. Something there that we need to look at within our own selves. No, we're not the people we were 8 years ago. Hopefully we've learned and we've expanded and we are able to look at the world with 2020 vision. Look at the world with newness. And this is where this energy's coming in and saying, are you, or are you being triggered? And why are you being triggered? Why does that anger you? And it could do with a past life. It doesn't necessarily have to do with this life. If you believe in past life, it could be doing something with the past life, or it could be doing something that happened to you as a child and you just don't remember what it is. But there was a trigger there. That person said something. That person did something. That energy triggered you. And you got to come in and say, why? Why is it triggering you? Because as I always say, education is the key. Educating, proof, finding out, and trusting and listening with your intuition of the information that's coming in. The problem is that we can quickly sidetrack from things that may not matter in the long run. We may get wrapped up with all of this crap over here that doesn't matter to us in where we want to go. And it's so crucial to make sure we have the facts before expressing our anger. And what I loved about that with David Chappelle is that he doesn't get angry. Probably does. But when I've seen him on set and when I've seen him do his things, and even in his last comedy special, we'll call it a comedy special, where everybody came onto his ranch and everybody was social distancing on the ranch. He came there to educate. He came to educate. Some people didn't like what he said, but he was speaking his truth, which is beautiful. And allowing his truth may not be the same as somebody else's truth, which is fine. But that's where the Aquarius energy comes in and says, fine, it doesn't have to be your truth, but you have to have an understanding of where they're coming from in order to make the changes to go forward. And is that what's going on there crucial for you to make and go forward? That is the thing. Because it may not. And Mercury squares Mars. Mercury, chatter. Mars, I'm slowing down. I don't want to be here. I'm slowing down in my own house. I can't do everything I want to do. I want to get everything done. And this is a lightning bolt can strike, awakening us or others from a deep sleep of denial. And we possess the tools to handle this transformation. The tools are there. We have them. They just may not be lit up, but they're there. We have the tools. And that's the beauty of it. We're not going around like mindless fools. It is there. And philosophical Jupiter creates a supportive sextile with visionary Neptune to bring in the emotions easier. Neptune and them are making this lovely energy through this all and saying we can create, this is what you want to create. You can thrive where you are and create the vision that you soul desire. First, you got to accept where you are. The acceptance of where you are is so important. If you are constantly saying, oh, it's going to be better if I go over there, it's going to be better if I move here, it's going to be better when I get a nicer house, then you are missing the point. Then you will be triggered. Then you're not going to be finding that alignment of what it is that you solely desire. And choosing our battles wisely is more critical than ever. And Rick Levine, who's a lovely astrologer, did a Rosa Parks quote, and I'm going to quote it. I have learned over the years that when one's mind is made up, this diminishes fear. Knowing what must be done does away with fear. You know what needs to be done. You understand what needs to be done. The fear goes. But if you stay in the fear, if you're allowing yourself to be in the fear and be triggered by these things, by what's happening out there, then you're missing a whole beautiful growth energy that's coming in for us and allowing for us to open up to that growth, to open up to that vibration that is soulfully there for us, that is allowing for us to be able to witness our own transformation and change. The card that flew out today when I was doing my morning reading on Instagram was the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is all about your creativity, bringing in your passion, coming into what is it that you love to create. Yes, we may have jobs that we have to go to right now because we've got to keep a roof over our head, put food on our table, but bless those jobs because that's where you are right now. Bless where you are right now. Blessings of love and light and pure source energy. Blessings of love and light and pure source energy. Bless that energy going out. Even with all the frustrations of the energies that are up there in the cosmos, it's awakening us and shaking us so that we just don't fall in to the Six of Cups, the melancholy, the, oh, you know, life was so much better, right? So much better over here. And life is so much better. But the Six of Cups is also wanting to bring in love, understanding. That's where it is. That's where we want to go because we want the Ten of Cups, the happy, the family, the gathering, the emotions of it all in order for us to bring in the prosperity and abundance in our life. And the prosperity abundance could be, yeah, okay, my rent's paid, my mortgage is paid, my utilities are paid. Yeah, I'm doing, this is good. I'm moving ahead. I'm doing what I need to do. And when you're there and you're allowing it, it's amazing how a little bit more might come in, a little bit more, and things might start coming in different ways. But if we get triggered by a lot of the energies that are coming in this week, you know, my guides are showing me that there are going to be some crazy activities and energies that are going to rile people up. And because of so much confrontation that's out there, I'm going to do a tarot vision board. A tarot vision board. Very nice. Very nice. And it's putting it up. As soon as Amanda saw that, I saw first tarot card, the sun. I got the sun at the top of your chart. Allowing for those streams of rays. I got the sun and the moon at the top and the bottom. Ooh, the rising. Yeah. Ooh. It's your vision board. Do what you want. But bring in the flow of energy, right? Got the sun yesterday. That's awesome. That's awesome. But bring that flow of energy. Yesterday I did the herb class, and one of the things in my herb class is I have lemon verbena, which is not lemon balm. Lemon verbena is different. And lemon verbena is really a beautiful herb to bring in calmness, if you have lemon verbena essential oils, to bring that oil in. I put it, I don't know if you can see it. It is in my water today, along with lemons, to bring in that sunshine, to bring in that calmness, to bring in that peace. They're really both good for pH balancing. They're both really nice for calming the brain and bringing in that calmness and peace. So bring in some lemon verbena. If you don't have any, you could probably get a tea. You could definitely go probably to any holistic store and buy a tea. If not, you can bring in some lemons, just some lemons into your water. Add some lemons, add some peppermint. Bring some peppermint into your tea also if you want. So some lemon and peppermint into the tea. That's going to bring in some real beautiful energy. I got rosemary coming in too. So I might add some rosemary into my water today and bring that in. This is a day that is bring in your tools. Bring in your tools. You know, bring in your crystals, bring in some, this is a bit so my family's arguing. See, this is citrine. So hear my family arguing. You got to love my family when they're arguing. And bringing in the citrine and bring in some yellow today. So today's a real beautiful day to bring in some yellow and add a little bit of that Scorpio color because Scorpio's black. So add a little bit of darkness because the darkness is the void, and allowing for you to open up into the newness and the beauty of the world around you. My family's already being triggered. I love it. I love it. I love when my family's being triggered by the energies and I'm just watching. Just little things are going to trigger them all day long. So if you are wanting a natal chart reading and getting a natal chart reading right now, I am doing the natal chart readings with my Pay What You Wish, $15, $90, or $160. Understanding your chart more gives you a little bit more clarity on the world around. Jared sent me to the river yesterday. So go to the river, Candace. Get out of the house. Okay. This is really a day of finding those little things that are going to trigger you. And what was I saying? Yeah, getting your chart done is more. The more you understand about your chart, the more you get to understand what are those triggers, right? It's depending. I bet you, I don't know what degree your Saturn is, but you're probably acting like, maybe if your Saturn's at 13 or 15 degrees, you're acting like a 15-year-old. I know everything. Damn you, I'm just going off by myself. Life. And understanding things that are going on in your chart really opens things up. It really gives you clarity. And that's my, I'm always taking classes on astrology. And the more I can learn, and also human design. I don't know if anybody takes anything on human design, but I've been looking into that a little bit more and understanding human design and sacred geometry. It's coming into a deeper depth of understanding, because I always knew, and I clearly, when it comes to manifesting, and people say, I want to manifest $1,000, and why isn't that $1,000 coming to me? Everybody else can manifest $1,000. I also find where it comes down to how you are allowing for the energies to come in, because not everybody can be a manifester. Not everybody's a manifester that can just manifest. People have different energies that allow them to maybe just be the receiver, that'll come to you in different ways, but you got to allow it. You got to go into that kind of the waiting room for allowing, which can be very difficult. but to continue doing your work and continue doing your prayers and continue doing your journal, but just continue and you'll see the rewards coming in. But if you're going to be that, like a lot of people are what they call a manifestor generator, where they focus on it and bang their intuition and bang, 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 it just falls into place. Not everybody is that way, right? Some people are just depending on their coding and their DNA, they have different ways of doing it. So where some are, like I'm not necessarily a manifestor generator, and that's what really got me into inquiring more and really had me dive more into the astrology, because it does have to do with the angles. It does have to do where your moon is. So my moon will be today is in Cancer, right? And which is in the 5th house. So, or it's in the Leo house, sorry. So my moon is in Leo today. And it's in Leo. Hold on, 6, 7, 8. And then my squaring off where the Leo sign is. I can't remember right offhand where Leo is in my chart. It's over here. There we go. It's in my 12th house, 11th house. So I got to look at the square. So when I look at that, when I look at my chart and I see where the angles are, I know this might be a lot, but here, let me just pull up my chart so I can give you an idea. Of how different people, I mean, everybody's going to have the same general energy for all of this. With transits. There we go. Just a second, I was going the wrong way. Going the wrong way in my head. So, if you get your chart, move it around. So if you get your chart, so here's the moon today in my chart, okay, which is the 5th house. So actually the moon and the sun are conjuncting today. So I have this moon conjuncting with my natal moon. Then if I go over, because where this moon is squaring, it's squaring over, that's a square, over to the sun. So we have this sun squaring over, and this sun is in my 2nd house, which is money house. So here it is. It's in Leo. It's in the 2nd house, and the 2nd house is actually Taurus. So I have, oh my God, so much craziness that's going to happen with this energy. And then the moon, the moon is opposite Taurus. So here's the moon. And then we go up here to the top of my chart. It's opposite Taurus. And over here to Uranus. So we have Uranus opposite my moon. And this is squaring over here to the sun. And where is it coming out? Into my 9th house. And if I look at the degree of where the sun is right now, it's at 5 degrees and 6 degrees. So this sun is going to come up and it's going to oppose my Saturn in Aquarius later on this week. So when you look at that, when you get to know, then it's like, okay, this is what I can prepare for this week. This is a week of really transformation. There's a lot of work that I need to do. A lot of work. There's a lot of money that's going to be highlighted for me. And finding that highlight, and it has to have to do with home, because the sun is in the 5th house in my chart. Now that's my chart. Now, when you get your chart, and if you have your chart, take a look at where the transits are in your chart. Take a look at what things are transiting, what house it is. And when you haven't, get to knowing the houses and what each of the houses mean, then it's like, oh, that's why, because this is all about home and money and home, and where it's coming out into that energy where Taurus is, and Taurus is in my 11th house. Oh, so it has a lot more to do with community and going outwards. So this is where, when you look at, especially with the heaviness of the energies this week, when you look at the craziness that is going to be coming out and the informations that are going to be exposed this week, you're able to look into your own self and say, okay, this is where I need to focus for me. And that's the huge piece. That's the huge one. So looking at where those triggers are and looking at where that growth can come from and why some things might be triggering you, and it could have to do with the home. What's triggering me at home? What's triggering me with my money? Is there something with money and home life might be like, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed with everything. Something I have to look into today. So, hello, Montreal. So this is where, when we're looking at this energy this week, and when you get a natal chart done and you get to understand, as it's moving, and where your sun is, and if your sun and the transiting moon are conjuncting, how is that affecting you? How are you feeling? Take a moment, go within. Like this morning was like, oh, I had my cacao ceremony. It was very much that I really want it to be on my own. I really want to, just sort of go with the flow kind of energy. That's where my energy is really coming in with. And it's not one to get out and bombard. Others might feel like, whoa, I got to get moving. Maybe it's in the third house and I got to get going. I got to get the information, what's going on. So they're very inquisitive and they got to get all the information out. And they just want to know. Third house is ruled by Mercury. Mercury's squaring Mars right now. And as Mercury squares Mars, yes, we know there's going to be some conflict, some misinformation. But we got to go into where the Neptune is. So where Neptune is in my chart is in Pisces, which is, it is in Pisces, but where it's in my 10th house, which is about people, higher education, learning. And so, and the Jupiter is in my 7th house, which has to do with relationships. So this has to do with a day of learning more about relationships, learning more about how to work with the relationships within my own self. And the overall theme is learning about relationships too, as Venus goes forward. So it's going to be a fun-filled day, people. Drink lots of water. I had a lemon. I got lemon verbena in my water today. It's in all of my water. Like I have 4 of these, all done up. So it's about having plenty of water today. It's about plenty of bringing in the citrine. You can even add a citrine into your water. So this one's clean. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a citrine into my water. Boop. So I'm going to add a little bit of citrine into my water, and that will go into all my waters as I drink them today. So adding that energy, adding that vibrance of the sun, and bringing in some grounding. So I'm going to send you guys out with so much love today. If you are wanting to book a reading with me, definitely get a hold of me, PM me. You can email thegurumama@gmail.com. And let's book you in for a reading. And sending you out so much love. I took yesterday off to kind of just do things. Kind of took the day off. I did have a class and stuff, but didn't do much posting and stuff like that. So just coming in to bringing in some peace into my life more, and just allowing for anything that's going on out there, because I do like to find out information. I am very much the mercurial, the Mercury comes in for information. And I like to snoop. What's going on? What are they doing? What are they saying? So blessings, everybody. May the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless you in all that you say and all that you do and all that you be. And I'll be back on tonight at 7 o'clock for intuitive astrology. So we'll see you tonight for intuitive astrology. Blessings, everybody.